Facebook family, it's Shamara here again with SWHR Consulting, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about hiring your first employee. I know it's terrifying. I went through the same thing and I understand the pain. There's a lot of paperwork that goes with it. There's a lot of things that you need to know when you are hiring your first employee. And so today I want to provide you guys with 6 quick tips on hiring your first employee and what are some of the things that you need to be aware of. So tip number 1, you need to establish a EIN number. So that is an employer identification number. Again, an employer identification number. And typically when you are starting your business, you usually file for that in the initial stages. So when you get your business license, you usually file for an EIN number, but if you didn't, it's okay. You can do that now with the IRS by filling out an SS4 form. Again, it's called an SS4 form, and you can utilize that to establish and gain an EIN number. And it's really important for you to have an EIN number because that is how your employees are going to be identified as employees working for your organization, because that's the information that you are going to put on your tax return forms. So you want to make sure that you do have an EIN number so that they can identify that employee with your organization. Tip number 2, now that you do have your EIN number, you want to get connected with your state labor department. And this is something that you guys are not going to like, but you have to do it. And that is essentially setting up unemployment fund. You have to now pay into unemployment taxes. I know, I'm sorry, more expensive, but that's what it has to be when you do hire employees within your organization, because you are going to come a time that, you have to let go someone. It's not going to be fun, but you do have to, release someone from your organization. And you want to make sure that, you do have unemployment funds available to cover that expense, because it is going to be an expense if you decide to release someone from your organization. So it's good to know that you are paying into yet again a fund so that you can pay unemployment. Now let's talk about tip number 3. So you have employees and you now need to offer or have workers' comp insurance. So if someone gets injured on the job, you are covered by your workers' comp insurance. So just make sure that you do get workers' comp insurance, because it can be hell of expensive if you have to pay that out of pocket because someone got injured on your workplace. So regardless if they're in the field or if they're in the office, if they get injured and they're working for your company, you have to pay. So just get on a workers' comp insurance so that you're covered and your employees are covered under that insurance as well. Tip number 4, and I talked about this already in my last video or my previous video. Make sure that you do have your employees fill out the I-9 form, which is the employment verification form, as well as the W-4 form, which is the tax withholding form. Just to give you a little bit more insight on the W-4 form, because I'm not sure if I explained that a little bit in my previous video, but that is essentially utilized to determine the amount of taxes that are going to be withheld within your employee's paycheck. And it's the federal income tax that you're trying to determine the amount. And it all depends on how many essentially dependents that you are going to put on that form, whether it's 0 or if it's 4 and you want to claim your wife or your spouse or your dependents or your kids. So that determines how much money is going to be withheld from your paycheck. Tip number 5. So the next thing that you want to do is make sure that you are reporting your new hire to your state. And I did talk about that a little bit as well in my previous videos, but again, I just want to reiterate that you have to file your new hire with the state, and you do have 22 days to do so. So I think it's just best to file it as soon as possible. So within the 3 days, the same as completing the I-9, you have to do that within 3 days. I would say just file the new hire to your state during that time as well, so you can get it off your plate and you know that it's done. Tip number 6. So your people are here, they're ready to get started. So now you got to figure out, how am I going to pay these people? So tip number 6 is essentially establishing your payroll system. Whether you're going to utilize a software to do so, typically when you are starting off, go-to platform is QuickBooks. I do recommend it. Or there's other payroll systems as well as companies out there that can help you set up your payroll, but you do have to set up your payroll, and it's super important to understand that there's 3 taxes that must come out of every employee's paycheck. And that is the federal income tax, your social security tax, as well as your Medicare tax. So please make sure when you are establishing your payroll that those 3 taxes are withheld, because it's federally required and it's the law. So just make sure that you are, taking precaution and making sure that those taxes are being withheld from your employee's paycheck. So that is all that I have for you guys today. I hope that information was super, super helpful. I'm not sure what my next video is going to be about, but I do have some more interesting things to talk about, some other things that I feel that you guys should be aware of when you are starting your business and how to stay compliant as it pertains to HR. And if you do have questions about this video or you want to understand some of the information that I presented a little bit more, please reach out to us at swhrconsulting.com, or you can give us a call at 702-979-2119. And you can always reach out to us on all the social media platforms because we're there. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on LinkedIn. Just reach out to us. It was a pleasure doing this video for you guys. Again, I hope that it was super helpful because I really enjoy sharing the information because I struggled with it as well, transitioning from contractors to employees. So I hope that this was helpful. Reach out to me at any time. I'm here to help. Thank you guys. Bye, Facebook family.